Hey everybody, welcome back to Jim Johnston Reviews the World, and this is Cook It and Eat It. So I got a little impromptu video for you today. I was going to make for y'all my healthy, delicious, kind of easy chicken fried rice later on today. But to do that, I wanted to have some nice, slow-cooked, pre-cooked chicken breasts for you. And we all know here on Jim Johnston Reviews the World, one of my big slogans is never waste an opportunity to add flavor to your food. Well, a new slogan in my life is becoming never waste an opportunity to get content. So real quick, as fast as I can, I'm going to show you how I make my chicken. Most of the time, this is how I cook my chicken. I like to cook it slow. I like to cook it so it's nice and tender, chop it up easily, and add it to my recipes. So here we go. We got our skillet on the low. And I have here some homemade chicken broth. It's actually probably from the last time that I made chicken. And this sucker was froze solid about 5 minutes ago. As you can see, it's still pretty much frozen. I just took it out and put it in a bowl of hot water for about 5 minutes while I was setting the camera up for y'all. So we're going to put that in there, let that start melting down. And then we're just going to take our chicken breasts. These are frozen chicken breasts from the store. And we're just going to lay these in. We're just going to lay these in here on the crock pot, or the skillet. And you can do this at a crock pot on low for a few hours, or on high for a few less hours. You can do these in an electric, like you see here, or you can do them in a cast iron skillet, or a nice high L-shaped sides saucier. I got to wash my chickeny hands real quick. There's that. Pardon the interruption. Now this is a pretty easy thing that I like to do, and flavors the savor the flavor of the day. So this is another one of those situations, kind of like that isolation stew we did before, where all the kids are going to get invited to the pool. So we're going to go with some minced onion, a few shakes of that all around the pool. Parsley flakes, pretty much anything you got that's herbal. The old Crosby, Stills and Nash, parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Definitely hit it with all those. I don't actually have all those right now, but we have basil, and just give it everything a good healthy few shakes. No biggie. Some cumin. Oh, that was a lot on that one, so that'll work out fine. Cilantro, and just to speed it up, I'm going to take the lid right off and just go. That cilantro plays very well with so many things. Italian and Hispanic, Asian, but it plays well with so many different foods. I put it in so many things. All right, I got some stubborn chili powder here, just a little bit of that. All right. We're gonna give her a medium shake of seasoned salt. We're gonna go with a couple other things that have sodium in them. I'm not huge on the salt. I don't like to have too much salt in my diet. I like to eat as healthy as I can at this point in my life. Although I don't always do that successfully, I try. A little bit of cayenne, a couple shakes, not too much. Just a pinch of heat we want in this. Nice sprinkling of garlic powder. I'm a certified garlic addict. Should go to meetings, but garlic's pretty well not bad for you. In fact, it's actually good for you in many ways. Then we got the oregano, nice healthy dose of that. I put the cayenne in, so we'll skip the coarse red pepper. Go with some chives. All right, black pepper, and then we're going to do just a dollop. Just a small dollop of steak sauce. Just a little bit for flavor. I'm going to do the same thing with our honey barbecue. And we're going to do six shakes or rashers of Worcestershire sauce. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want one more. 7. Make it 7. Depends on how fast your Worcestershire sauce comes out. Worcestershire sauce comes out of your out of the bottle. And then we got liquid smoke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Because I like to live dangerously. 13 shake drops. My liquid smoke. This brand comes out pretty slow, so I call it a shake drop. So that's basically like a nice heavy raindrop that you'll see. Actually about this time of year when I'm recording this in the spring. Nice big heavy raindrop. And now we're going to go in with a little bit of filtered water. We're going to raise that water level up to about 2/3 of the way up the chicken breast. And after this whole thing cooks, we're going to save this cooking liquid and strain it and make broth for next time. We'll show you that later. So I'm going to put this on, nice low, nice little simmer. I actually have this set to under 300 right now. I might have to make adjustments if you're doing it on your stovetop. Like I said, like a nice low, moving towards medium heat, just enough to get a simmer. And I'd say, depending upon your appliance, it's going to need to go for 2 to 4 hours to get it nice and tender and well cooked through. If you do it in a crock pot on low would probably be 4 to 6 hours, and a crock pot on high would probably be 2.5 tops. So we're going to let this cook, and we'll be back with you when it's done. All right, we're back. It's been about 3 hours. I cooked that chicken for about 2.5 hours on nice low temp. Just flipped it over, simple flip. Flipped it a couple, 2-3 times, maybe every half hour, 45 minutes. One thing I did add that I forgot to tell you about when we were getting everything going, I did throw a bay leaf in there because anytime I'm slow cooking anything, always throw in a bay leaf. So here's our chicken, slow cooked, perfectly done. You can see it's just breaking up a little bit when you push on it. And like I said in the intro, save this cooking liquid. So what I did is I have a strainer, put it right over this 4-cup mixing cup, put the chicken on top, so it could drain out, gave that a couple minutes, pulled that off the side, then I dumped everything else out of my pan into that strainer, and what we end up with here was just under 3 cups of dark, beautiful, delicious smelling, delicious tasting chicken broth, and it was absolutely free. Like I said, folks, anytime you're cooking chicken, beef, you can do if you want. If you want to take some beef broth, kind of depends on what cut you're making. Or if you're ever cooking down some vegetables in water, you're not going to use that water in your recipe. Strain it off, save it. You have free, all natural, or as natural as your chicken is. No preservatives, no extra sodium, no MSG, no BS. Just beautiful, delicious chicken stock. And that was one of the reasons I decided to make this video about me cooking chicken in my electric skillet, is to tell you about getting that free broth, because you always want to stretch your dollar, especially right now the way things are in the world. Stretch that dollar, get everything you can out of it, get all the flavor you can, get all the usability you can out of every product you get. It's not just Great Depression cooking, it's not just old-fashioned. Old is the new when it comes to cooking and getting every cent out of your dollar. So this has been Jim Johnston Reviews the World, another episode of Cook It and Eat It. Have a nice day. Goodbye.